Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. And in this video, I want to walk you guys over a campaign that we recently did for a client in the month of January, where we managed to get around 68 positive responses for them out of 6,800 people that we reached out to. As you can clearly see on my screen, this is the instantly dashboard of this client, and the reply rate was around 8.4%, and it absolutely printed for us. And in this video, I want to walk you through every single thing that we did to get results like that, and the scripts that we used, the workflow that we created, and how exactly we approached to every single thing to get results like this. Basically, for every 40 people that we were reaching out to, we were getting one positive response. So I think this video would be useful for everyone who wants to get some similar results like this and wants to get the most out of the cold email campaigns that they are running out there. So let's dive into like the overview of basically like what is the background of this client, what is their offer, what is our target market, and at the same time, what job titles basically we are reaching out over here as well. So as you can see over here, the main offer that they have over here basically is healthcare patient data. This is what we are exactly offering, and the main value proposition over here is real-time patient data, which can be used by companies to make decisions and to create, like make decisions specifically on their marketing and sales front. So it's more of a market research data which gives them insights to make more educated decisions on their marketing campaigns. And the main target market specifically for this campaign that we had were pharmaceutical companies, basically any companies that deals in the pharmaceutical space, and they have less than 200 employees. And the main thing that we was a difference maker was to pharmaceutical companies that specifically deals with patients and patients with chronic diseases. So this is one of the main criteria that we had. And job titles that we wanted to reach out to was, because we were reaching out to less than 200 employees, we wanted to reach out to C-suite decision makers, specifically CEOs and founders, because they are the ones who are most specifically involved into the commercial side of the business, and specifically in the pharmaceutical space, based on what our client suggested us. So that's what we wanted to do. When it comes to script, I want to tell you one thing is that I want to give a big shout out to Eric Novoslowski, because I think all of the credit goes to him, because I followed his frameworks for the messaging and how he approaches to the messaging, and using the same frameworks we got this result. So I won't take any credit for this. I would give all the credits to Eric Novoslowski. He is a legend, and if you are into cold email outbound space, I highly suggest you to follow him on LinkedIn or follow him on YouTube, because I'm inspired by his content, and so far whatever I've achieved, a lot of credit goes to him. So even Eric, if you are watching to this video, thank you so much for everything. But coming back to this, for email one, the first email that we had was pretty straightforward. It was like first name, the relevance based, first line, basically any first line that shows the prospect that we have done enough research about them. Then it's an offer. Basically, by offer, I also mean like one line value proposition, where we test different value propositions and messaging to see what resonates the best with the target customer. And then we have specific use case, and then we have CTA. Specific use case is again something which is what are like the specific use cases based on the company's background, they can leverage our data as well. So relevance based first line is something that we would need AI's help, and specific use case is something that we would need AI's help. Offer and CT are something that we can like test on our end, but these are something that is spread that would be staple and we can easily get via AI. So I would be showing you that play workflow as well of how we exactly approach that. But my main approach whenever I approach to campaigns and whenever I approach to the first email basically is to just this part is the most important thing according to me, because the relevance and the specific use case is just to show the prospects that we have done enough research about them, and to show them that why it is relevant to them at that point of time. But by offer, I mean how like these people can why, like telling them in a way that why we are different, and why it is important for them. So this is something which gets tested. I think we do 5 to 10 different angles at any given point, where we test different offers at one point and see what resonates the most with them. And in the email too, again, it's pretty straightforward over here. We just have one element of AI where we give them ideas. Like basically, we give them 3 ideas on how they can leverage our product inside their company. So like I think this works very well for us as well. Sometimes what also we do is that we take email one, two as email one, and email one as email two, so it's quite interchangeable. But this framework has worked well for me so far. This framework has clearly resulted in that screenshot that I like the data that I showed you. So I think this has worked well for me so far. But this is basically the overview of our script. And now what I would be showing you is that I will be showing you how we exactly, like put this together. This is pretty straightforward, guys, and that's what I personally believe as well. I like to keep things very straightforward and I like to keep things very simple. Most of the time, like the crazy workflows and the clay workflows that you see out there online or probably on LinkedIn, it's just too much fluff according to me, because most of the time it's just like, okay, like you can do some of the craziest workflows, craziest personalization, but at the end of the day, is that getting you results? At the end of the day, is that getting you meetings? If not, it's just not the best thing to do out there. My deliverable over here for my client is to get them to as many meetings with the decision makers as possible. So I can my goal is to go in that way, that where I can get the most attention, and if I'm getting the most attention, I can get as many booked calls as possible. So this is basically the overview. Let's see how the clay workflow looked like for this, and what I exactly did to get this like script into reality as well. Again, when you are trying to approach to campaigns, first, like, write the like structure of script, is that how the script you want to look like, and then go backwards from there, is that how exactly you would make them, so like make it to work as well. So over here, first we want to go for relevant first line, and we also want to go for a specific use case. And third personalization that we want over here is the patient data idea. So all these three things are super, super easy and very templatized, and you can easily copy it from here as well. So this is our list, like one of the list of one of the campaigns and over here. Now, these are list. This is basically the first list that you see over here is like just what we got from Apollo. This list is basically anything that we got from Apollo, and that's what we scrape from Apollo. For Apollo as well, we use export Apollo. I guess that's what it is called, to scrape list from Apollo. And once we scrape the list from Apollo, I usually get it verified by Million Verifier, and I do that manually. You can also do that on Clay as well, but I directly scrape the list from Apollo and upload it on Million Verifier. And once I have a verified list from Million Verifier, I take it out from here as well. Another important thing I want to show you is that all the email service providers that we are reaching out over here is Google, and I think it's custom as well, SMTPs as well, because only like these are working well for us. We are not getting great results from Outlook based on the whatever is going out there. You might know it's hard to land into Outlook. So this is another thing that we do before uploading our list into Clay, is that we get it verified on emailguard.io. So we upload once we get our verified list of data from Million Verifier, we upload it on EmailGuard, and once we get the result from EmailGuard, we upload it on Clay. I know this is the process which is a bit manual, but this is what I like. This is what I have been following, and I don't want to make a lot of changes to just to mess up everything. So if you want, you can do all of these things directly on Clay as well. I don't do that. My personal reasons, but I follow this way. But you can do directly on Clay as well. Now, important thing over here is that this is a way that I usually save credits on Clay, is that basically getting LinkedIn descriptions via Clayjet. A lot of the times, a lot of personalization that you do, or a lot of things that you come up with on Clay, you take LinkedIn description as a reference, because most of the time, LinkedIn description is one of the best source to have an understanding of the company and manipulate data from there or come up with personalizations from there. But what happens is that when you're trying to get LinkedIn descriptions, most of the people use this thing, use an enrichment which is called an enrich company enrichment on LinkedIn, but on Clay. But what happens with this basically is that you are charged one Clay credit for every single company that gets enriched. Of course, you get a lot more data as well about the company, the employees, and everything. But if you just want description of the company to further make your emails or personalize your emails or further understand about the data, you don't need to use that enrichment. You don't need to use, like, this is the enrichment, I guess, enrich company. Yeah, like enrich company, this is the enrichment that you use. You get the LinkedIn profile and everything, but I don't think so. You need to use that if you just want the LinkedIn description. So what I do over here is that I use ClayGen to get the LinkedIn description. So you can see I have like a good prompt over here where I use, like, like as an expert LinkedIn web scraper access the company LinkedIn. So this company LinkedIn link is specifically we got from Apollo. So you can get that from Apollo as well. So again, you see the credit on that as well. And like page extract the company description, follow these steps, open the URL provided, visit the company link, locate the about section where the exactly description is presented, and then extract the description text. So I do that, and I don't even think I'm getting charged a lot for this as well. If you see, I'm barely getting charged anything. So what it is, yeah, like 0.00046. So it's literally nothing. And without even wasting any credits, I get like LinkedIn description of every single lead over here. And using this LinkedIn description, we can do further personalization as well. Now, if you guys remember, I told clearly that like we only want to deal with pharmaceutical companies that deals with patients or creates medications or drugs for patients, because there might be like pharma companies working for animals, or there might be any sort of a biotech company, or they might be working for any sort of like a crazy like genetic molecules or something which is totally not related to patients, and we only want to work with businesses that deals with patients. So what you need to do over here is that basically and again, I use Claygen to verify that every single businesses that I'm reaching out to, they need to deal with patients. So that's what I do, is that we analyze the LinkedIn description. Here's when the effort that we did in the last step of extracting LinkedIn description comes is to help, where we research the LinkedIn description to determine if this company deals with patient data or not. So analyze the description and the company website. So we also say this Claygen to not only like visit the company description, but also visit the company website as well, and of each company determine if the patients are the main customers, or if the company is involved in curing or preventing diseases if they deal with patients in some way or form. So this is what we need to do, and then we give them the procedure. Again, when you are doing prompting, so what is I approach to prompting basically is that first give them the overview of what exactly outcome do you want from that specific task, and tell them the procedure, like what you would do manually step by step, and make it super simple, or like show them to the detail every single thing that they need to do to make sure that the results that you get as an output is accurate. So procedure are like basically like examine this, visit company website, and to understand if this company deals with patients or not, you need to have things like patients, the disease, cure, treatment, healthcare, and every single thing. So if any of these keywords are present, output yes. If they are not present, output no. So what this step basically helps us is that this is one of the most important thing, is that we only reach out to like businesses that deals with patients. I've put up a filter over here as well, is that only they like we will only continue our workflow on those people who deals with patients. So deals with patient column contains yes, it contains yes. So now whatever things happens only happens to these people, because we are not like the companies that don't deals with patients, we don't want them because it's irrelevant. So we just focus on the ones that deals with patients. And I also wanted a reasoning as well, is that why do these companies deals with patients, because I just wanted to understand how it determined that yes, these people might this company might deal with patients. So this is just for myself, because I wanted to double check and see that even if the results are accurate or not. And that's how we do. Now, when it comes to personalization and everything, it's very straightforward. I think this is something like I think because I'm targeting an industry which is not too much, like sophisticated or too much exposed to emails, I can use easier, like basic personalization as well, and I can still, make it work. And that's what we did. We were just, like doing basic email introduction. This is a template that you usually get from Clay, where you just talk about like an intro line based on their company description, and talk about like what it does. So this is the intro line. My framework basically is that I was on your site and it looks like you do this thing. I think the template that Clay provides a little different, but this is the prefix that I use, where like I was on your site and it looks like you do this, or it looks like you do this, where we are just like coming up as an observation that I was on your site and it looks like you deal with this thing, and that's the reason I wanted to reach out to you. I was on your site and you deals with drug development for cancer diseases, and that's the reason I wanted to reach out to you. So that's how it exactly goes, where we reach out to them like this, and then we the specific use case line as well, where we show them how exactly their company can use our product. The prompt for this as well is very simple, where we say that our company special, like we give them the background of what exactly our company does, basically my client does, and based on the description of this company, tell them exactly how they can use our product as well. And like keep the prefix like specifically, I think our data can help you. Yeah, like I want to keep it super customized. So I want to tell them, because we are providing healthcare patient data, specifically how our data can help this company. So that's what we do. And in the last step, we just say how they like some ideas on how they can leverage our patient data as well. Again, we give them the summary of what we exactly do, and like using the pain, like like input, create 3 bullet points for this company on how they could leverage patient data, which is my company's offerings, my customers' company's offering, and inside their business with the exact use case and hyper specific. So again, I also wanted to tell them that make sure you are not too sophisticated language, and also we wanted to keep the use cases primarily around marketing, sales, drug development, and day-to-day operations. So this is where my clients offer comes in place. So I wanted to make sure that if you are suggesting ideas, suggest ideas that comes around these things specifically. So yeah, I think these are all the things that we had to do, and now I would show you what the final campaign copy look like. All right, guys. So as you can see over here, this is the scale mail, basically the copy that we are using over here, and I want to show you how exactly this works. So as we have the patient data over here, and then we get into the personalization that we did exactly on Clay, where we be like, guy, I was on your site and it looks like you offer this thing. The reason I wanted to reach out to, where we specifically give the value proposition of our client, and then we tell them the specific use case on how exactly their data, like our clients data, these people can use. And our CT is also simple, where if we could deliver raw real-time insights from your patient population within 48 hours, would you be open to a discussion? So that's the email number one. And that's the email number two, where we give them the three ideas which I think would be useful for them. So this is how it goes. Like, these are the three ideas, and these are the three ways that they can leverage the insight. So this is how it exactly goes through. Was the campaign breakdown and everything. I hope it makes sense to you. I really wanted to document this because this was one of the best performing campaigns that I have in my so far. So yeah, this is what we exactly did, and this is how we got the results. And if you are a B2B business, and if you're looking to scale your GTM, and if you want to get more opportunities and more meetings in your calendar, and if you want to basically scale like your business through outbound and through creative outbound, I think we can genuinely help you guys, because we have been helping a lot of companies right now. We have documented case studies as well. So if you are interested to get some similar results like this, and if you want to perform similar campaigns like this for your business as well, click the description link. It's a booking link, and I would be happy to have a conversation with you and show exactly how we can help your business as well. But till then, hope you have a great time, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.